one important message I want all y'all to remember, man. Don't ever think you a loser, man, because at a point in time in my life, man, I used to always doubt myself, put myself down. I used to call myself a loser, I thought I was a failure in life. I thought I wasn't gonna be nothing in life, man. But when you say things like that about yourself, man, you ain't gonna be nothing in life. You ain't smart as other people, man. You keep putting yourself down, man. That's how your reality gonna turn out. Cause see, I had to learn as I got older to stop thinking like that. I used to always think I was a loser, man. I used to think like that because people didn't really like me, which I didn't did nothing to nobody, but people didn't like me. I wasn't that smart as other people in school. This and that. So I used to always put myself down, man. I used to think I was gonna always be a failure in life, but I had to come out of that mindset of thinking like that. I used to start thinking, I could do whatever I put my mind into. I can accomplish anything I want to in life. See, I started thinking like that because that mindset I had back then of thinking the way I used to think. That's why I used to fail in life because I used to put myself down. But like I said, I came out of that mindset of thinking like that. So, don't ever feel like you a loser, man. You ain't gonna never be nothing in life, man, because, you know, you have the strength and courage to do whatever you put your mind into. I want you to always remember that. You have the ability to do whatever you want to do in life. I know some point in time in life a lot of us always thought we was a failure, man. We ain't gonna never be nothing in life. We ain't never going nowhere in life. But we gotta stop thinking like that, because the stuff you say out your mouth, that's how your reality gonna turn out. So you gotta be careful on what you say. And that's something I learned when I got older. I stopped thinking like that. I'm a loser. I ain't gonna never be nothing in life. I stopped thinking like that. So I advise y'all, man, don't ever feel like you a failure in life. I don't care what nobody say about you. You're gonna always have haters always spreading negativity. Ignore that.